You don't go 10 years in the e-reader, e-ink industry without accumulating some real rare finds. Today we're going to look at the top 5 e-ink relics that we actually have in our hands at the Goodereader Studios. Number 5, the Entourage Pocket Edge. This thing is broken, it doesn't work, but we did find this in the Goodereader offices actually. This thing featured an e-ink screen on one side. I'm kind of glad it died on an e-ink image because e-ink will, if it dies, it just stays forever on the image that was left. And it featured a full Android tablet on the other side. They're basically two autonomous devices that are just latched together with this hinge. But you could swap it around and use the tablet here or go landscape and use the home button, back. This might be the back, this might be refresh, menu. It had rubber stoppers on all sides. The speaker was in the middle there, so that was kind of cool. This thing still has the plastic on it. As you can see, we didn't really use it. It has a camera on the front, zoom, back, forward, and probably a refresh button for the e-ink portion of it. Again, you can swap it over like that. The whole thing closes into a very nice, well, pocket device. And there's rubber on every single side of this device. And you can see the Pocket Edge logo right there. This thing featured a lot of cool stuff like a sliding power bar, micro SD, headphone jack, microphone, but it did require you to charge it via the DC AC adapter that came with it. You could not use the mini USB that was strictly used for transferring data. However, you did have a full USB port on here that could host. So this thing, although it was silly, it was clunky, and you know, it didn't last very long, it was a cool concept. Not a lot that have made people adopt this technology since. Number 4, the Jezetek. This device was a production sample set out for people that wanted to develop their own e-reader. And yes, we were going to release a 10.3 with a glow light before anyone else did it. However, Boyu actually grabbed this, and that became the Likebook Mimas with a few changes. But this was essentially what the device was from the get-go. It had glow light capabilities built into it. Number 3, the Lideo by Booklive. This is an e-reader that was actually made in Japan, crafted there, which does not happen anymore. We can tell you that in the industry. Everything's made in China or Taiwan. This thing is very nicely built. It's really high build quality, but it was really chunky because it was, well, years ago this thing was developed. It only came out in Japan, and it is only in Japanese, the UI elements and the books that are on here alone. There's some ways to download books from the internet via certain book delivery platforms, but you could sideload stuff in and still read it all the same. In the box, you got all the documents and everything else, but you also got this really cool book stand made in Vietnam, and it's made out of real wood, and you could actually set your auto page turn and just chuck your device up there and, well, watch it go as you flip through your manga and your graphic novels and all your Japanese novels and everything. This device never made it outside of North America, and I actually don't even remember why we have one. The Siswoo DZS2 R9 dual screen LTE smartphone with an e-ink screen on it. We recently found this in the Goodereader offices in a desk drawer, seriously, and yes, this one does work, and it is an actual e-ink screen, and you can use it as an e-reader and an e-ink device and an Android device. It does have an LCD panel on the one side, or you can just use the e-ink screen on the other side. We recently did do some coverage on this and some reviews and whatnot, but we will do some more coverage if you guys want to see it. But it is really cool, and it does function very well. One of the only drawbacks is that it's constantly in this sort of A2 mode, which makes everything kind of stainy, but at the same time it does trigger a refresh once in a while, and it does move quick. You can basically almost watch videos on this thing. Check out the review if you want to see more on this. An honorable mention before we get into our number one is the eInk evaluation kit for eInk module test kits. This was sent to us just for evaluation purposes to see how eInk really does their stuff. And they sent us a couple things. They sent us some circuit boards with a 7.8-inch eInk panel. You can see here how thin eInk really is, but the technology works very well. So if you guys are always wondering, oh, you know, eInk is very expensive, I can buy an iPad for that much. Well, that's because it is paper thin, and that is the technology, is that a lot of money goes into this. So if you're thinking a Sony DPT is overpriced, it really isn't. I mean, I'm holding it like this, you can't even see it anymore. And this one is a smartwatch, an eInk smartwatch module, which you can load into your computer via USB right there. And you can kind of do some testing and whatnot. But it was mostly just a courtesy sent to us from eInk to show their technology and how it all kind of works from the ground up. But we never really did anything with it because we aren't really eInk developers. We just, you know, we follow and report on everything eInk. So it was kind of fitting for us to have these. And number one, easily the coolest and most unique device we've ever had in the Goodereader Studios. This is the eOne Book Manga Reader. It's a dual screen reader that uses actual paper in the build of their device. You can see right here that they use real pieces of paper, so it's not just a simulated book shell or anything. It's an actual book, and they use real sheets of paper, hundreds of sheets. They even have a book cover that goes around the whole thing. They have both a promotional sleeve and the sleeve itself, revealing an artist's rendition of the book underneath. This is made by Progress Technologies in Japan, and they have this able to be toggled into English or Japanese, and you can see the bulk of the device is hidden inside the pages of the book. And you can turn pages and toggle the the speech bubbles to be 2 languages, but this thing never really took off, and they refused to do business with basically anyone but themselves. Although we have license agreements with many e-reader manufacturers to ship all over the world for you guys, we tried. Hope you should know, we did try to get these guys under our belt to sell these, but the fact that they were just kind of one-trick ponies and you can't actually load in anything in this book. It's just the book. So this is Fist of the North Star, and it just says 1 volume, and this is it. You can't actually load anything else in here or delete anything on here. And it ran on batteries, and you can see here it says change the batteries, and if you open that, there is 4 AAA batteries underneath the hood. But a dual screen usable eInk manga reader with really super high res images, and it looked fantastic. This thing was definitely the #1 spot of the most unique things we've ever had here at the studios. And actually, while switching camera setups, we found this, a Kindle keyboard. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of cool stuff we've received over the years, and all the samples we've gotten, and things that I don't know where they came from, and you know, really all the way down to broken down, you know, complete teardown printed circuit board eInk kits, which is really cool. So if you guys want to see anything else in particular on all of these kind of rare finds, we're doing some coverage on the Siswoo because we recently found that out of a desk drawer. If you wanted to see anything else on these, let us know. But for now, that was the top 5 rare finds that we have that are eInk based in the Goodereader Studio. For Goodereader.com, this is Peter.